Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak. I would like to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us His truth and also teaching His truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000 all the way down to the large multitude that believes in who the Lord will deliver in these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another lesson. And Lord willing, today's lesson will be edifying. And I wanted to do pretty much some sort of a response video to a sense. I'd rather say to a degree of a video that was put up by the elder Apostle Tahar yesterday. This is why we keep doing videos on this subject, and that subject at hand that we're talking about is the MOTB, all right, written about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. And you know, you have various different camps that teach that the MOTB is sin, that the MOTB is following after pretty much following after as what's his name, Deacon Asaph said, or Yawasop or Asaph, one of those two. He said that pretty much having an MOTB is following after the white man and accepting his sin. You know, so it's like Elder Apostle Tahar posed a question. All right, did the Apostle Peter, did he have the MOTB? You know, that means that every single last one of us would have the MOTB. The scripture says that the Lord has concluded all under sin. So I mean, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it just further shows, you know, the level of understanding that these men have, and that they're really just following, you know, after General Nathaniel. That's his new title. But as the scripture says, it says, be ye children in malice, but matter of fact, let me get it real quick. Let me actually grab it, because I'm gonna actually pull an article out real quick. 1 Corinthians, I think it's 1 Corinthians 14 and 20. Let's see. Right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 20. It says, "Brethren, be not children in understanding." You see, we're not to be children. We're not to be immature in understanding. All right, now through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, we have been given a revelation through the spirit of what the MOTB truly is. All right, and that's why without a shadow of a doubt, okay, and we haven't changed the doctrine, we haven't flipped around and said that, oh, it's an embargo, it's a tariff, now it's sin, now it's accepting the white man's policies. You know, they done switched up the MOTB so much. But, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, beginning with our apostles and elders on down, man, we've stayed firm, and we will stand firm on what the MOTB is, because it just makes sense when you go into the Greek and you get the words charagma, all right, and then you get the root word charax. Okay, it just makes sense. Sin is not going to allow anybody to buy and sell. Okay, that's just not what it is. They're not. The Esau is not going to use the scriptures, okay, and use the scriptures as a measuring stick as for sin, for you to be able to buy or for you to be able to sell. That's completely idiotic and stupid. It just doesn't make sense. So it says, "Brethren, be not children in understanding. Howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men." You see, you got to be mature. You got to be men in understanding. You can't read the scriptures and have a childlike mind. Okay? Now you are to come to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, as Yahweh Shai said, as a little child, and pretty much meaning that what? You come in humbly. Okay, but it says, but in understanding be men. Okay, you gotta grow and be mature in the understanding of things, man. You gotta be a scholar, you gotta go into words. You can't be lazy-minded. Okay, because as the IURC and all these other camps are saying, oh, this is what the MOTB is, you know, it says stop hating on the general, damn. Go and teach other people, remember Leviticus. And but go and guarantee you, look at this person, Raymond. You look at his page, there's nothing. So get the hell out of here. Anyways, you know, and that's what the thing. Quit hating. You know, GMS is hating. Well, no, we're not hating. The scripture says that we're to rebuke and to exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. When you see a camp going off, you're supposed to correct it. But once again, you know, it's somebody that has no idea what the hell's going on and just coming on the comment board, just being emotional. All right, has no clue what the hell's happening. But anyways, as the IURC is saying that this is the MOTB is accepting this. Meanwhile, okay, this is from biometricupdate.com. EU biometric entry/exit system launch date confirmed for November the 10th. So as the IURC is saying that the MOTB is sin, here it is. You have a biometric, okay, entry/exit system launch date confirmed for November 10th. And that's a few months away. Remember in the book of Habakkuk, it says what? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely come, and it shall not tarry. Okay, the implementation, all right, and the infrastructure, I'd rather use the word, that's a better word. The infrastructure for the MOTB is already here. It's already set up. They just need the perfect scenario, and they need the perfect crisis to fear the people into taking it. You see, order out of chaos. And this is why you had Donald Trump. He was at first talking about he was going to be against CBDCs and things of that nature, which is an acronym for central bank digital currencies. But Donald Trump was big on the biometric entry/exit system, and now the EU is they're on it because this is a part of the implementation of it, man. Biometric pretty much means the measurement using your body. That's how they're going to measure. That's how they're going to measure these things is by using your body, and it's going to eventually end up with being a MOTB, a micro C-hip being embedded underneath your skin. That's what they want. And it's speaking loudly, man. These prophecies are speaking, and they're speaking loud and clear. Okay? And it's not going to be no, well, we didn't know, or no. You're going to have a lot of Israelites that's going to actually change their stance whenever this thing goes worldwide, as the prophecy says it's going to happen. It says, with the new entry/exit system, EES, formally scheduled to launch on November 10th, 2024, Europe will deploy the most modern digital border management system in the world, according to European Commissioner for Homes Affairs, Ylva Johansson. Carriers, operators, train stations, airports, right? Everywhere is getting ready for the big day, says Johansson. In comments from a speech given in Estonia to the European Union Agency for the Operational Management of Large-Scale IT Systems in the Area of Freedom, Security and Justice, which built and will maintain the EES IT infrastructure. You see, but this is the EU doing this. So the beast system is in agreement with this, man. Okay, you got America, as well as these NATO and EU nations that are all on board, as the prophecy said would happen, man. Okay, let's get it real fast. Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, it says, all right, 1 second. It says, let's see. I want to get to the point here. It says, Revelation 13, verse 13, it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. You see, this is all going to be done in the sight of the beast. And the beast, all right, is talking about a reincarnation or a revival of the Roman Empire. And you have that revival of the Roman Empire with NATO and the EU and America spearheading it. America is the whore that controls the beast. You see, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which the image is a lot bigger than the image of so-called white Jesus. They'll say, oh, the image is Cesare Borgia, which that's incorrect. You see, that image, realistically, that image has been around since before Cesare Borgia, if you just want to be technical. Okay, you had Serapis Christus, which that really just goes back to Apis the bull. You see, so that image has always been around before the Roman Empire. Now, that's a part of the image. It's Christianity and Roman Catholicism, things of that nature. But the image overarches just the image of white Jesus. That's you got to grow in understanding, man. You see, it says which had a wound by a sword and did live, and that wound by the sword is pretty much the fall of the Roman Empire, and then the revival of the Roman Empire, which you see today. Okay, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? That the image of the beast should both speak, which is speaking, and cause. And they say, oh, see, the image of the beast speaks because you got the image of Jesus in these movies that they actually speak. You got to be a man in understanding. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, be excommunicated, be actually put to death. You're going to have the guillotines. You're going to have the firing squads. You're going to have all those different things, But even when you get that word killed in the Greek, it also means just to be separated. Because we're going to have to literally completely separate ourselves from the society when the system goes live, man. And this is just the beginning of it. You already know America's on board with it. Donald Trump mentioned it whenever he was in office, and you got to remember, he's nothing more than just a spokesman for the elite. Okay, it says on launch, the EES will replace stamps in physical passports by digitally registering the data of non-EU citizens whenever they enter and exit external Schengen borders, to ensure they don't stay in the Schengen area for more than 90 days in a 180-day period. Travelers will be required to submit fingerprint and face biometrics. So if you're traveling, you're gonna have to provide your fingerprint, which is all this is part of biometrics. Okay? Let's read that part again. Travelers will be required. He causeth. You see, this is a requirement. And this is just a step closer to it actually being in your skin. You see? Travelers will be required to submit fingerprint and face biometrics on their first crossing. You see? And now they're gonna have you. You know, I mean, they already got you anyway, but they got your fingerprint and they got your face. You see? It says subsequent EES crossings will only require a passport scan at a self-serve kiosk to match the ID document against enrolled biometric data. You see, your biometric information will be enrolled in a database. Okay, your fingerprint as well as your facial recognition, your face scan. You see? And even with that MOTB, it's going to have all that information on there, man. It's going to have all your records on there. You see? And that's what they ultimately want, and it's going to be a system of control, whereas they're going to know about your every go-abouts, man. It's going to be a lot bigger than you just going to the gas station and buying a bag of chips, or you know, buying some water at the grocery store. It's going to be a lot bigger than that, man. A whole lot bigger than that. Okay? It's going to be like this. It's going to be a digital Godhead system being set up, man, that you're going to be perpetually enslaved to. And that's what they want. Okay, they want you to be perpetual slaves, whereas they literally know your thought. If you think the wrong thought, you're gonna hear a voice in your head saying you better stop thinking that, or else we're gonna send the police to your crib. That's the kind of stuff that they got going on, man. It says we will know exactly who enters the Schengen area with a foreign passport, says Johansson. We will know if people stay too long, countering irregular migration. They're gonna know if you've been in that area for too long. It's gonna have the time that you entered in, and they're gonna know once that time gets up, you're gonna have to get your ass out, right? It says, and the entry-exit system will make it harder for criminals, terrorists, or Russian spies to use fake passports, thanks to biometric identification, photos, and fingerprints. There will be an intermediate warning. This person is not who he says he is. You see, it's gonna be a red alert. The facial recognition doesn't match. You see? And that's going to stop people from being able to enter and to exit. And it's going to get down to the actual cities, man. To whereas you ain't going to be able just to move. If you on that red list, you ain't going to be able to move without having that MOTB. You ain't going to be able to move, period, unless you have the MOTB. Honestly. Let's see. The speech also notes the forthcoming launch of the European Travel Information and Authorization System, which is set to go live in 2025. You see, we at them times, man. We at them times where things is getting crucial and things are speeding up, as Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said. Okay, Yitzlaki, well, Yahweh Shah said it. He said that that those days that the Lord would make those days short upon the planet Earth. In Matthew 24, like roughly paraphrasing. It will require visitors from 60 visa-free countries to apply for authorization ahead of travel to 29 European nations and to pay a fee of €7. Let's see here. Let's see. Now we're getting ready for the final sprint. It says that the devil gonna come down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. Operational warp speed. Remember that? So you see what it is, man. Checkpoint. You got biometric. You got pretty much as a biometric checkpoint. Biometric finger scans and facial recognitions is biometric checkpoints, man. You see? And this is all leading up to the MOTB. As we've been saying, it ain't no goddamn sin. Okay, if that was the case, everybody would have the MOTB. Once again, you have to be a man and you got to be mature and understanding. You can't be no child. See, but as you know, as you hear when you hear the breakdown that they do, it's completely just off. Doesn't make sense. You know, in one tongue he'll say that the image of the beast is the image of Jesus, as they say, but on the same hand they'll say that it's the Roman system. You see, Cesare Borgia, like that quote unquote Cesare Borgia, he was after the Roman Empire. So what about before? What about before Cesare was on the scene? What about that? But anyways, you know, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. And hey, as you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, as Elder Apostle Tahar said, when we see these things, we report. And we know it gets on y'all nerves, man. We know it gets underneath y'all skin because we keep doing videos on MOTB and we keep bringing y'all up because y'all going the hell off. And we going to keep doing it. We going through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, we going to keep doing it. As we see the day near at hand, as we see the day approaching. We're supposed to be on fire. We're supposed to let our light so shine before men. Okay? So with that, I say shalom.